Welcome to today's video. This is going to be a really informative video because we're going to cover a variety of topics in this month's market update for the city of Elk Grove. We have all three zip codes data presented here, and we're going to have great list of topics here for you lined up. We're going to start off with new listings data. We're going to talk about the overall charts and where the market is headed, and also looking at historical data to see where the market has been over the past year. This data is going to be really critical for you if you are considering making a real estate transaction in the city of Elk Grove. Then we're going to lead into the market pulse, what the ground reality of new construction and used homes is like. Then we're going to talk through the mortgage rates as of today, cost of home buying in the city of Elk Grove, and also wrap up today's video with some FAQs. So without missing a beat, let's get right into it. For the month of August, City of Elk Grove saw 164 new listings posted. That was a total of 331 active listings for the whole month. 125 homes went pending. 120 homes were sold during those 2 dates for the full month of August. And more notably, we had 120 price decreases, price reductions for listings here in Elk Grove. A lot more to unpack here, and let's get right into it. For the listings data, let's understand these charts a little bit. First of all, at the bottom here where it says 624, that is basically the month and the year. So we're looking at June 2024, July 2025, or excuse me, July 2024. And once you look at the bottom right here, 625, 725, 825, these basically represent June, July, and August of 2025. So first thing that catches your eye is the for sale numbers in the city of Elk Grove has been on the rise. This basically means that we had 154 active homes for sale in December 2024, 165 in January 2025, and as you can see, steady increase without missing a beat all the way up to 331 for the month of August of 2025. However, when we look at the sold homes month by month, it's been flip-flopping down and up, down, and then 2 months of increases, down, up, down. So even though the sold properties have been fluctuating month over month, the steady increase in new listings is what catches the eye here. And this also kind of meets the ground reality as I'm driving around the city of Elk Grove, reviewing properties online for clients. I have seen a steady increase of listings at all price points. Entry-level homes, 500,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, all the way up to 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom homes in the 3,000 square foot area, 3,500 square foot area at the price range of about 800,000 plus. So steady increase in listings month over month, not breaking a sweat for about 9 months in a row now. Going into a little bit more data, next slide here talks about comparing existing month with a year prior, and also a quarter from a year prior. So let's look at this. In July of 2025, which was just 2 months ago, we had 329 active listings. In August of 2025, just a month ago, we had 331. So about 0.06% increase in the number of listings. But the bigger catch is here. Last month, 2 months ago, we sold 144 homes. However, in August, we only sold 120. That's a decline of about 16%. And numbers are even bigger when we talk about same month a year ago. So August 2024, 241 listings. August 2025, 331 listings. So about a 37% increase in listings. When it comes to sold, 126 homes sold in August of 2024, 120 in August 2025. So a slight decrease also. And then this kind of talks about the quarter, but it's pretty close to what we saw with month and a year ago. So same quarter in 2024, we had a 37% increase in listings compared to last year, and sold properties are roughly about the same. So not a big change there. And this specific, actually, let me make my video smaller so you can see the full data. Quite a few takeaways from this graph or from this chart or table, depending on how you look at it. And this data, I want to grab your attention to four different sections here of this specific table. One is average days on market. Average days on market has been on the increase, especially compared to last year. So for example, last year, June 2024, average days on market a home would stay was about 28. Right now, it's about 35. And it has fluctuated, like gone to 30, gone to 41 in February of 2025, then all the way up to 42 days in July of 2025, and then coming back down to about 35 days on market for the month of August. Still a very good market for the sellers in any case, because when you typically have homes, days on market is about 45 or below. Some pundits even consider 60 days or below. It's considered a seller's market. Yes, it is still a seller's market in some sense, but buyers have gained a lot of advantages over the past few months as we have seen a steady increase in number of homes available, and we'll get more into that. Second piece of information I want to grab your attention to is the final sold price and what percentage of that sold price was part of the original price. So let me explain what this 99% means. So this 99% basically says that if in the month of June 2024, a home was listed for 500,000, it sold at about 99% value of that original list price. So 99% of 500,000 is 495,000. So a home sold about $5,000 less if it was listed at 500,000, given it reaped about 99% of the original list price value. Compared to August of 2025, that number has gone down to 97. So taking that same 500,000 example, the same house that sold for 495 listed at 500,000 is now selling for 485. So about 3% decrease compared to the original list price, and about 2% price reduction compared to a year ago. And the third item I want to grab your attention to is the average sold price. It has also steadily gone down. 690,000 was the average sold price in June of 2024, whereas it is now 666,000 in August of 2025. And lastly, this is pretty interesting data, actually, if you are really into data. So let me explain what this means. This basically means that given we had such a shortage of listings last year, in June of 2024, if no new homes were to come on the market starting July 2024 onwards, we would sell out of all listings, active listings, in about a month and a half. Compared to now, if no new homes hit the market in the next month, 2, 3, 4 months, we will sell out of all existing homes in about 2.8 months. So this also indicates that the number of available homes have been on the rise. All right, I hope you're enjoying this video. A lot of data here. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to put those in the chat and I will respond accordingly. And again, if you are enjoying this video, I would love for you to consider this video a thumbs up. Consider giving it a thumbs up so YouTube knows that you are actually enjoying it, and it also goes to other viewers that might be interested in this video. So I appreciate that. Now let's look at some of the ground realities that are happening that we're seeing on the field. So this specific home right here, the first one, original list price was 998,000. It was a big home, 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom. I believe it was a little over 4,000 square feet. Again, 5 bedroom, 4 bathrooms. 998 went down to 983. Looks like it went pending at 983. It didn't sell. and it came back on the market at 948,000. So about a 50,000 price reduction on this almost $1 million property, which was the original list price. Kind of a similar example here. Original list price, again, different price point, 658,000. This was, I believe, a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, single story home. 658, 658. They had a little bit of a price increase for whatever reason. 659. It didn't sell. It came back to 649, and it looks like it still hasn't sold, nor it has gone pending. So it looks like this specific seller is just taking a chance with listing it as a rental property, also for sale, depending on, whichever path they want to pick. If they get a good, sale price, they might sell it. If they don't get what they want, then they'll probably rent it out at this specific price point. So here's a reductions example. Here's another example. This home was in my neighborhood. When it was first listed at 699, I was like, oh wait, the prices in this neighborhood for a home like that should not be anything less than 725,000. But the market has slowed down by the time this home hit the market, as you can tell, July of 2025. So the listing agent did a great thing by pricing the home lower than market value, because look at this. Just in 10 days, it went pending, and just in 2 weeks after that, it sold. I'm assuming, and again, I'm assuming here, this might be a cash buyer. That's why they were able to get the price reduced by another 20,000. And again, this kind of goes to prove that not every home is getting a price reduction or selling lower than listed, although this one is. And I'm assuming since it sold in 2 weeks, it might be a cash buyer. That's why they got that 20,000 incentive to close lower. But again, if you look at this one, 560,000 list price, just in 3 days went pending, and just in 3 weeks after that sold. So within basically a span of 25 days here between August 2nd and August 27th, the house is gone. Whereas you see other homes like these just sitting on the market month over month, and similar situation here as well. So it really depends on where the house is priced, what quality of the house is. So it's really important that you work with a real estate professional who understands the market the way we are describing in the video. And if you would like to work with us, please consider giving us a call, and I'll have the contact information for you towards the end. Moving on to, so what you see here is basically all reused homes, meaning existing homes. I want to show you a little bit data around the new homes as well. New builders are existingly or currently offering crazy incentives. Some of them have lowered their original prices. So let's say if a home was listed at 730 about 6 months ago, it might now be 725 or 700,000 in some cases. They're offering closing cost assistance as well. So let's say if you're buying a $600,000 home, and after putting your down payment, your closing cost comes out to maybe 12, 13,000. They will cover all of that for you to purchase their brand new home. Some of them are also offering a low 30-year fixed rate, meaning let's say today's rate is 5.75. They might be offering 4.99 or 4.75 just to ease that interest rate for the long haul. And it's fixed for 30 years. So a lot of builders are doing that. Some builders are also offering 3-to-1 rate buy down with a fixed lower rate as well. If you don't know what this means, this is a little bit of a complex subject. If you don't understand it, or if you would like to learn more, please comment in the video below, and I'll probably make a specific video explaining that and how it could be a great benefit to not only lower your payment for 30 years, but also have that upfront more of a breathing room by a much lower monthly payment, at least for the first 3 years, or sometimes it's a 2-1 rate buy down, so maybe for the first 2 months. Again, best new construction incentives in a long, long time. Moving on, let me make my picture bigger here now that we have more room on the screen. Talking about the cost of buying here in the city of Elk Grove. Right now, I ran these numbers just yesterday. Currently, the mortgage rate for a 30-year fixed with, let's say, 10, 20% down is coming out to be about 5.75%. So you may remember earlier in the video, I talked about how the average sold price in the city of Elk Grove was 666,000 for the month of August. I just rounded that up to the nearest 25,000 mark. So I went up to 675 to give you an detailed example. So let's say if you were buying a $675,000 home in the city of Elk Grove, this is your down payment, which is 20%. Your rate, like I said, that's the rate that's at least I saw just a day ago. Your payment, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and you won't have any mortgage insurance because you're putting more than 20% down here in this example. So your total monthly payment will be $4,051. If you were to do, let's say, 30% down on the average average sold price home in Elk Grove, your payment will be about $36.58. And let's say if you were to do just 10% down, then your mortgage payment in total will be about $45.45. And these numbers here at the bottom basically represent how much annual income you need to qualify for that mortgage payment in order to buy that house. And that is with an assumption that an annual income where you don't have any other debt. So if you have like a car loan or like a credit card debt that you're paying monthly payments to, so if you have that, then you'll definitely need a higher annual income to be able to qualify for that house. So just wanted to kind of illustrate you the cost of home buying based on the average sold price here in Elk Grove. All right, we're talking about 675, but you might be wondering, what does 675 buys you in Elk Grove? 675,000 actually buys you really nice properties here in Elk Grove. So this specific home that's here is 4 bedroom, I believe 3 bathrooms, single story, listed at about 640. This specific home right here, I believe, is 5 bedroom, 3 bathrooms, listed at about 674,000. And here's just an example of another home, which I think is listed at about 610, 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms, big backyard with the pool in the back. So your money really goes a long way here in this beautiful city. All right, let's wrap up the video with some FAQs. One of the most frequent questions I get asked, obviously, is, hey, is this a good time to buy? The answer really depends on if the buyer is ready to buy, and I usually say there are three factors to consider. One is, do you like the property that you're buying? Second, can you comfortably afford the property that you're buying? And lastly, make sure you're not doing any compromises when buying that property. If those three things are checked off, again, you can afford it, you need it, you like it, and also most importantly, that you're not doing any compromises saying like, hey, I like 600 and $99,000 homes, but I'm compromising for a 675 because, whatever reason. Just make sure you're not doing that. If you can comfortably afford 675, buy that price point and make sure you like the house and it checks all of your boxes, because you never know what the market is going to bring in the next few months. It might go up, it might go down, or even in the next few years. So as long as you can afford it, you need the house, you like it, and you have not made any compromises, then no matter what happens to the real estate market, that you're always going to be enjoying and also be comfortable in your house. So just make sure those things are checked off. In addition to that, City of Elk Grove has been growing rapidly since COVID. Even prior to COVID, it was growing, but after COVID, it just exploded. A lot of new construction homes, a lot of used homes that are up for sale as well. So if you have any questions about any of the data that you saw in the video today, or if you have any questions about the market in general, consider giving us a call or a text, 408-621-7329. This is Sandeep Singh, and I'm a local local realtor and a loan officer here, supporting clients all across California and also the US purchasing their dream home here in the beautiful city of Elk Grove. And I've also been living in the city of Elk Grove with my family for the past 8+ years. So again, consider giving us a call. And once again, please smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next month's video with the market update for the month of October. We also post a lot of neighborhood tours and also model home tours on our channel. So consider giving us a subscribe if you want to enjoy more such content in the coming months. Thank you for watching.